DreAllDay.com.
DreAllDay.com. Today's daily motivation is do the opposite of the masses. So first of all, let's get clear what I mean when I say the masses. The masses, I mean most people, average people. And let's get clear what I mean by that. Because if you ask most people, do you think you're average? Most people would say no. But that can't possibly be true because most people by definition are average. So here's the thing. First of all, you should find out what average is. In terms of whatever area of life you think you are not average, you should look at where you're at. You know where you're at. Find out what the averages are. Look at the data. The data's out there. Look at a couple different sources of data and find out, are you actually average when it comes to your fitness, when it comes to your habits, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career, when it comes to the way you operate and execute, the results you produce. Find out if you're actually average. And here's the point. Most people are average, and here's the thing that I want you to understand about this, and this is more on a semantic level than it is about the data of who's average and what makes average, is that most people are wrong about pretty much everything when it comes to achievement, success, forward progress, and growth. So in any of those areas where you are serious and you want to create results, you shouldn't do what most people do. You should actually do the opposite of them. This guy named Earl Nightingale, back in the days, he made this tape called Lead the Field. And you can find this on all your favorite, you can probably find it on YouTube. Actually, I'm pretty sure, I damn near guarantee it was on YouTube. And you can find it on any of your favorite streaming audio services like Apple, Amazon, Spotify, things like that. It's called Lead the Field. His name is Earl Nightingale. And one of the things that he said in this tape is that anytime you step into a new space and you want to achieve at a high level, all you need to do is look around at what everybody else is doing and do the opposite of that. And the concept that he was putting forward in saying so, he might have even said it directly on the tape, I don't remember, but if you go listen to it, you can find out for yourself, is that most people are average, and what most people do leads to, I mean, we all know that our thoughts lead to our actions to our thoughts lead to our words to our actions, and our actions lead to our outcomes. And most people have average outcomes because most people have average levels of thinking. It's just the way that we operate. We just operate on this wholly average level. So if you want to get different outcomes than most people, then all you need to do is look at what they're doing and just don't do that. And you won't end up average. You'll usually end up ahead of them because, again, most people have it ass backwards when it comes to achievement, growth, success, winning, forward progress. So what you should do, based on what I'm talking about here today, your call to action is to look at your normal, consistent behaviors, also known as your habits, your modes of operation. And ask yourself, where are my normal, consistent behaviors mirroring the behaviors of average people? And wherever you find that that's happening, you need to change those behaviors and consider doing the opposite of what you've been doing. The challenge with this is not that it's so hard to discern. This will actually be pretty easy for you to figure out. You'll be able to figure it out relatively quickly and relatively easily. The challenge is it's going to be very difficult for you to do the opposite of what you're used to doing because you're going to be going against the grain of your own personal, internalized, and ingrained habits. Most people have a very hard time changing their habits. That's why habits are what they are. Because they get ingrained, they become unconscious. We get so used to doing them. We do them over the courses of years, decades, doing the same stuff over and over again. So when somebody like myself comes along in a 3-minute video and tells you to do the opposite of what you've been doing for the last 8 years or the last 25 years, you may logically agree with what I'm saying, but are you going to be able to emotionally actually do it? That's the actual challenge, not whether or not it makes sense. Is whether, or if it's even worth a try, it's can you actually get yourself to do it? And that's a very difficult thing to do for most people, to step outside of their comfort zone, because your habits become part of your comfort zone. It's what you do all the time. And this is the reason why many people don't change in life. So I'm telling you what the recipe is, what the formula is, if you want to actually make change, or at least try, move yourself in the direction of making change in life. This is what you got to do. Catch your average habits, whichever ones you have, and then try doing the opposite. Even if doing the opposite is not the exact solution or fix, doing the opposite, or at least open your mind up to where you could go. Maybe it's not the opposite. Maybe you need to change it a little bit. Maybe you need to change it 50%, 80%, maybe 90%. But if you try doing the opposite, you'll get a completely different perspective on what you've been doing. Get what I'm saying here? So this is the opening to you possibly getting to where you want to go, but you got to be willing to try something. So with all that said, I want you to leave a comment on this video. Let me know the best insight and the best action step that you took from what you heard in today's daily motivation. Also, I have a text message line where you can send me a message, ask me a question, get help from me directly. All you gotta do is text me at my number, 305-384-6894. Every day when that daily motivation, actually I don't send out daily motivation text anymore, but I do have a text line. I'm so used to saying that, I've said it so wrong, but when you text me at that number, you'll be able to share your challenges and questions with me. I do send out messages intermittently. They're not on a consistent basis right now. That may change. But just text me so you're in my text community. The number still is there. And Work on Your Game University, that's where I do all my coaching, high-level trainings and courses. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. You can schedule a time to get on a call with me or somebody on my team, and we can talk to you about where you're at and how we can possibly help you moving forward. That's the main thing that we do over here is Work on Your Game University. And then do all the YouTube stuff while you're here. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, like the video, share the video, and of course leave that comment. Let me know the best action step you took from what you got in this video. And that's that. Everybody have an amazing day and work on your game. Dre all day.